Hello and welcome to Washington Filmworks annual virtual industry update. Yes, we are virtual once again, but that's okay. At least we're here. That's all right. We'll cross our fingers that maybe next year we'll be able to all get together in one room and get a chance to hug and shake hands and celebrate the year. My name's Tomas Guzman. I live in Spokane, Washington. I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer. I also work on a television show called Washington Grown. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should. wagrown.com. It's a lot of fun. We're actually working on our 10th season next year. So that's pretty awesome. It's been a really cool thing to do. I'm excited that you guys are all here. If you guys are watching on YouTube or Facebook, please feel free to comment. This is actually pretty cool. Now you guys get to chat and say all sorts of things and get to see what people are saying and say hello. So we can't be there together, but at least we're here connected virtually. I'm also happy to say that tonight we're going to be getting another cool drink recipe from Robert Gomez from Walla Walla. He's going to offer up a real cool festive cocktail for us tonight. And we're going to post the recipe in a link down here. So if you want to go ahead and get those up, that's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of cool things tonight. A lot of cool things, some cool announcements and such. Not only are we going to get a chance to learn about this fun little drink tonight, we're going to hear from Washington Filmworks staff, and we're going to hear from the board this evening. And then we're going to play a little production trivia game at the end. These virtual events seem to work out really well with a little trivia thing, but we got a little twist. You see, tonight we're going to have industry professionals who are going to come on, and they're going to ask you a trivia question about their own little niche. And we're going to see how well you guys have been paying attention on set. And speaking of set, we've been working again. I mean, how exciting is that? I know there's probably a lot of you this time last year might have been looking ahead going, oh crap, are we going to be working? What's going to happen? What's our industry going to look like here in 2021? And it's nice to know that a lot of us have been able to have the opportunity to get our feet back on the ground, get out there working, producing some really great content for all sorts of people to watch and enjoy. So it's good. This thing has been happening, and all of your efforts to keep everyone healthy and safe has been working. So keep it up so we can keep doing that for 2022. I'm excited that I've been able to get back to work, and I'm sure you guys are too. So that's a lot of fun. We can't have a cool event like this unless we all have a little something in our hands to drink. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Robert Gomez. He's going to show us how to make a really cool cocktail called the Piedmontese. It should be a lot of fun and really interesting ingredients as well. So see if you can get those lined up so you can make this drink as we watch it. And then when we come back, we'll get talk to Amy a little bit. So, all right, let's check out how to make the Piedmontese.
Hello everyone at Washington Filmworks. I'm Robert Gomez in Walla Walla from Passatempo Taverna, and I'm here to show you how to make the Piedmontese. The Piedmontese is basically a riff on the Martinez, which usually featured sweet vermouth. In this case, we're going to use Barolo Cannata, which is a aromatized fortified wine from Piedmont, much like a lot of sweet vermouth actually, but it's made with a dry red wine, and then it's infused with botanicals and some sweetness as well. So it's a quite spicy aromatized wine. It has a lot of that winter spice, as does our barrel-aged spirit here that is gin. But you can use any gin would work, and you could even substitute sweet vermouth if you wanted. All right, let's get started. All right, we're going to start with a rocks glass filled with rocks. This can also be strained and served up if you prefer. So for our ingredients, we're going to start with our Barolo Cannata. This is Koki, which is a nice, easy to find one. And we're going to do 2 ounces of that. Right in there. Next up is our gin. This is a Ransom Old Tom gin, so it's a richer style, good for this cocktail, good for the holiday season, and it also has it's got some barrel aging in there, which is nice. Also adds to the spiciness. We're going to do an ounce of this. Next, kind of a secret ingredient in old-timey cocktails is the Luxardo Maraschino liqueur. So just a bar spoon of this, it adds a nice spiced cherry note. So it doesn't really taste like cherries, it's its own thing. We're gonna have a dash of Angostura, and we're gonna throw in a dash of orange bitters as well if you have it. I have my little own homemade thing, so I'm just gonna put a little dash in there. And then we're gonna mix that. And at this point, you might want to throw a few more ice cubes in there, just to kind of get it nice and cold, and give it a stir. Last bit is our lemon peel, which I pre-sliced here. If it's a little shabby on the edges and you want it cleaner, cutting board always helps. Get it nice and clean. And voila. I'm gonna express a little bit of the oils. The lemon gives it a nice lift. This is a rich cocktail. It's got a lot of spice, it's got a lot of dark flavors, and that lemon just really makes the drink, in my opinion. And there it is, the Piedmontines. Cheers. That's good.
Good indeed. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of things that go into that drink. Oh my God, did you make one, Amy? Do you have that going on?
I wish I could say I did, but I'm kind of in the same seat that I was last year, Tomas, when we were here, where I am more of a wine drinker. And so
Right.
I am enjoying Robert Gomez's rosé from his wine label, Hocatus. So
Very
I'm
cool.
delighted to like drink that and start the evening off that way. But maybe someday I'll try that whole thing.
That's right. Now, for those of you that are watching that are maybe just visiting or don't know, this is Amy, our fearless leader, the executive director of Washington Filmworks. So it is so good to have you here tonight, helping us and leading us into 2022. I'm excited to hear from a lot of you guys in the chat to see if you had the ingredients to make that drink. That was pretty impressive. It's nice to see everybody there. I'm seeing a lot of my old friends. I see Kendra and Rebecca and Slothbird Productions and Mr. Goose. So keep it up, guys. I'm glad that you're here, and I can't wait to see if you tried out that drink. So, Amy, we had an interesting year this year, didn't we?
It's been an interesting year. Yeah, I'm glad to be at the end of it and looking forward. And I'm wondering if you've heard anything about our big news.
Okay, a big news. Now that could it's
Like
pretty broad. You want
big
to
industry news.
center that down a little bit?
Sure, I'd be happy to. We are headed back to Olympia with
Okay.
a bill that could literally transform our industry. And Tomas, I am very pleased to kick off our very first surprise of this evening and welcome Representative Marcus Riccelli to the conversation tonight.
Awesome.
Marcus.
There you are. Representative Martelli, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's great to be with you all.
Nice,
So for
nice.
those of you who are listening in that haven't read the official release, Representative Riccelli is the man who is prime sponsoring our bill in Olympia that will take this program from $3.5 million a year to $20 million a year. So first of all, we have worked together for so many years and you've been such a huge champion. So I just want to first, on behalf of this industry, thank you for all that you do. You have so many things in your life as a legislator. Like, can you just start by chatting about what is it about film that you think this is worth investing in? Like, why do you think the state should do this right now?
Well, really, it comes down to our local creative communities across Washington State and giving people the opportunity to stay right here and do the work they love. For me, and I've really connected, through FilmWorks and through the advocacy, and particularly locally. It's been such an important part to the vibrance of our community. And we know the creative community is so important. I represent a very economically challenged district. And when we can offer these great paying jobs and people a chance to stay and live right here in Washington State and do what they love, it's really meaningful. And so working with you all to spotlight that and make sure that we're competitive we can keep people doing what they love right here is really the motivator. And these curtains behind, I intended to jump through them and make a big splash, but they're actually just hotel curtains because I'm in San Diego at a conference. So I'll try to do better next time.
Doing the job of a legislator. So we appreciate, Marcus, Representative Riccelli has taken a little bit of time out of his very busy schedule down there in San Diego to take time to be here with our industry. So again, thank you. But one of the things that I love about our history together is that you have actually been on lots of sets, lots of film sets. And so I'm curious from a non-film perspective, what strikes you about the film work and what you see when you go visit sets with us?
Well, really for me, I look at it the same way when we pass good policy. And I think what's impressive, the intricacies of all the work, all the jobs, and what I call in a good piece of the legislation we pass it, the dance of legislation, the dance that it takes to really make what you all do come to fruition and pop and come alive is seeing the behind the scenes and all the effort and all the important jobs that people are doing. It's really eye-opening, and the skills and that coordination. It's really impressive. And so it's been really fun to have that opportunity. And it's fun to come across people that I see in my own community that I know are, one of my friends who I play indoor soccer with, pops on set. Another one, I coach his son in soccer. It's not a soccer theme. I'm just a big fan of soccer, but, to see how those dollars turn in our community and people get to do what they want. So that's really what sticks out in my mind. The dance of legislation and the connection there to see the dance of making art come to life.
Yeah, it's so fun too because I know we hosted Z Nation in Spokane, although it had impact across the state, but that was seen across the globe, fan sites coming up in Australia and Japan and all of these things. So it's so interesting to think about Spokane being this big hit all over the world. So let me ask you this. You talk to people who live in your district and you talk to people who are, advocating for things all the time. We have, an industry which, is so passionate about being engaged in this process. What advice do you have for us as an industry as we go to talk to legislators about, what we're trying to do and why we think it's important? What's the best way to advocate for what we want to achieve?
I think that human connection, what that means to have that work in the community, what that means that you can stay right there, that those dollars can turn over and really help local businesses and help invest in our economy. I think, a short, concise pitch about what it means personally, but the stories, you all have got to be the best storytellers, I believe. And so you really just got to tell the stories of your lives and the people around you. We rely on that quite a bit. And that's how we communicate with our colleagues. And that's what I would ask of you. I guess the other thing is that, the whole place is set up to not pass legislation and there should be a high bar. So staying engaged, it's not just a single day of advocacy. It's following the bills and engaging at various steps of the legislative process to make sure that bill can get out of committee, that it then can get on the floor for a vote, that it can then pass to the other chamber, et cetera. So there's multiple times to engage. And I think one of the exciting pieces too, while COVID has not been awesome, obviously, one of the silver linings is virtual engagement, whether that be setting up meetings with legislators virtually or participating in our process and testifying virtually and taking advantage of that opportunity. I hope everybody will do that.
Well, I'm so glad you mentioned that because as you can imagine, as we move through this evening, we are going to give the industry all kinds of ways to get engaged with our process. As you know, we are very, very passionate about the work that we do. Any other parting thoughts? I mean, I know there's so many bills that are competing for interests, and I know that we can expect some negotiations to go on. That's all part of the process, right?
Yeah. One, I think, I think we've come out with a bold initiative here to try and make sure that we're competitive, but, there's twists and turns. I would say if amendments come and things happen, that we just maintain flexibility and look at ways that we can work together and find compromise and try and get to the finish line. This is a short year, a supplemental budget year. There's competing priorities. One of the ways I would ask is when you're talking with your local legislator, find something else that's outside of that direct thing that you're lobbying that they're working on that you can connect with them on and maybe be supportive of and really begin to, it's all about relationships and communicate with them. I also certainly think, not pitting one thing against that, just talking about, the importance of the film industry in Washington and what this incentive can do to grow our creative economy and make sure that we're competitive. We don't want those jobs going out of state, and we don't want people having to leave to do the work they love.
Awesome. Well, I know you have a very busy schedule doing the legislative thing where you are, but you have been such an incredible champion, and I know that I am so grateful. I know this industry is so grateful, and just know that as you're fighting the good fight in Olympia, you've got thousands of people behind you, and you just call out what you need and we'll be there. And thank you so much for taking time tonight to be here. And thank you for your championship. And we look forward to, working with you over the next 3 months. So thanks.
Absolutely. Let's do this. I'm fired up, ready to go. Let's all get
Fired
behind
up.
this and get across the finish line.
Super fired up. All right. Have a nice night. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Appreciate everything you do.
I mean, is that not the best way to start this night? Is a man in Olympia who is so excited about the work that we do and is ready to fight the good fight with us. And we're delighted to have him. Speaking of fighting the good fight, the next part of our evening is to talk about the board at Washington Filmworks. I'm the very public face of Washington Filmworks, and I do a lot of public talking. I have the great privilege and pleasure of working with 9 people, actually 10 people, on the board of directors who work tirelessly all year, every year, to create policies and programs to support this industry. I want to very publicly thank them by name because they do everything because they are as passionate about this industry as you are. And so I just want to publicly thank our board chair, Don Jensen, who has been with us from the very beginning, Rebecca Cook, John Cooper, Jolene DeSalvo, Janet Gargi, Alan Ney, Andrea Stewart-Lahall, Sherry Wyatt, and this year we have very intentionally talked about wanting to expand the board with a wide array of voices from diverse geographic locations and backgrounds. And we have several new board members to introduce you to tonight. So at this moment, I'm going to hand it off to board chair Don Jensen, and he is going to introduce you to our 2 new board members.
Good evening. I'm Don Jensen. I think I know almost all of you. And welcome to this year's industry update. There's a lot of exciting things going on. You're going to hear much about the details as we go on in the evening. And I think it's going to be hopefully a very exciting year as we look to get a significant increase to the funding. The reason I'm here is to introduce 2 new board members for Washington Filmworks who are with us here tonight. And I'd like each of them to speak to you. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves. Should we start with you, Malcolm?
Sure. Hello, my name is Malcolm Pellis, and I'm excited to be a new board member and co-equity chair. And it's really exciting, and I'm proud of the fact that I can lend my expertise and time to collaborate with Washington Filmworks staff and board members and EOE to create some equity goals and some solutions to equity issues in the film industry here in Washington. And so in the future, we're looking to put together some committees and really roll up our sleeves and dig into some of these equity issues that are facing the film industry here in Washington.
I think it's my turn then, huh?
Yeah. We have Santa with us tonight, and we're going to let him speak.
Hello. Hi, everybody. When I'm not being Santa, my name is Myron Partman, and I echo a lot about what Malcolm said. I'm really happy to be on the board. excited about the work that's going to be coming forth. I feel a lot of excitement around us in this industry, and I feel like a lot of people are thriving to seek out that equity and inclusivity. And I think this is a good time. I got in this because when I started back in the day in the 90s, I wanted to put together this group that was a Black entertainment industry club, and well, I kind of fell apart. But I just feel like this is really the time. This is really the time, and this is much bigger because it's showing a potential of a cultural change, and being when I think of inclusivity, I'm thinking including everybody, and that's why it's so much bigger. And I look forward to moving on.
Great. Thank you very much. Speaking briefly for the board, we're all thrilled to have 2 new members, and it'll be nice to have different faces at the table. And the only problem we've got is your initials are both MP, and we're going to have
I hadn't thought about that.
No, we look forward to working together. It's going to be very exciting. Both of them very interesting people and fun to work with. So let's get on with the show.
Well, all right. So there's already a couple of huge announcements right there. And again, another huge shout out to Representative Kelly there for helping us out. That's pretty significant. And I know a lot of you that have worked in this industry over the years know how important an incentive is in our state. And if something like that passes, and the significant amount that's increasing, we could see a lot more projects happening all across the state, east and west. So it's pretty exciting to say the least. And again, awesome for Malcolm and Myron for joining us. It's so glad to have you guys here, a part of us. All right, so, okay, I hope you guys have had your drinks. It's time to have a little fun here. We have a couple of fun people from the business here. They're going to play a little game with us tonight. Some of these guys I know, some I don't. So it's going to be fun to see how well they know each other's little niche of the industry. There's a lot of stuff that I don't even know. So this is going to be a lot of fun to learn. So let's go ahead and start introducing our contestants for our little production pursuit trivia game that we're going to play tonight. Mr. Juan Mas. Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
It's good. It's a long time no see.
Exactly. Yeah.
You still look beautiful though. It's good.
Thanks.
And there's Mr. Myron, or no, you're Ron, right?
Yes, Ron.
That's right. Now,
Not
Ron,
Juan, but Ron.
Ron, where are you based out of?
Seattle.
Okay, very good. That could be why I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. So it's awesome that you're
Yes.
here.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, and there we go. And there's Mr. Myron.
Oh.
What's up? Mr. Santa. I'm sorry. Santa's here tonight.
I'm kind of a mutant Santa, half elf kind of thing. I don't know what's going on here, but
No, that's good. That's good. I was
I'm ready.
looking for one. I couldn't find it. So I'm glad somebody represented the holidays. So thank you for that. All right. And then there's Miss Heidi Walker. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Now, where are you based out of?
Seattle.
Okay, very good. And Myron, what about you?
I'm Seattle as well.
Okay, very good. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, I think we have, Mr. Jason McKee. How's it going, my friend?
Great. How's it going? Yeah, long time no see.
Yes, it is. It's good. I'm glad that you guys are all here tonight. So really quick, we have some cool stuff happening tonight. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad that you guys have been.
Uh-oh.
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 Our
And,
Welcome to
host
Zoom
froze.
meetings.
Our host froze.
oh, no.
We're on our own.
I'll
Oh,
take
Oh,
it.
and he's gone.
he's gone. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You guys, we
Uh-oh.
should just take the gift certificate and go out for a drink. Let's go.
5
Have
ways,
one.
$20.
Stump your colleagues. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
I wonder, can we?
It's coming. They're working on it. We're
Stand by.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good time to do this.
We need a Jeopardy theme song.
That would be awesome. They probably had it set up that way.
Yeah, they're just seeing how well we do under pressure.
I know exactly.
This is actually,
No,
this is actually,
it's
this is
how well
actually the
they're
pursuit.
doing under pressure.
Amy, save us.
We got you, Amy. We got you. He's working hard.
The game is to figure out the game. That's in the
I'm just
chat.
trying to figure out which
Great.
one of you guys is Bobby Brady.
Oh, hi.
There we are. There we are.
Okay.
There we go.
We're all here. It's a
Holy
party
moly.
now.
Holy moly. So I don't even know what if you guys heard everything I said or if it all got cut out. So let's just start from the beginning.
Okay.
So tonight we are competing for a $100 gift card. Okay. And I kind of like what Heidi was saying earlier. Maybe you guys just split it and go out for drinks.
Well, that'll be hard. There's 3 in Seattle and 2 in Spokane. So
That's true. So 50 in Spokane, 50 in Seattle. I know there's only I will be the third person in Spokane, right?
there you go. That works out. That's perfect there.
All right. Okay, so let's just get right to this. Let's see how well you guys know each other's jobs in the industry. Let's start off with Mr. Jason McKee. First off, Jason, for those that are watching, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and then go right into your question for us.
Oh crap!
All right. So
I thought so.
yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I thought someone was gonna have the question. I have to bring my question back up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same here. All right.
To find it.
So I am Jason McKee, or JD McKee for the DGA. I'm a DGA director, and I'm also a co-founder of ModeFX, a visual effects company based in Spokane, Washington, and also an editor. So let me try to find that question real quick.
I have it if you'd like me to just read it for you, Jason.
I think that would probably, yes.
That'd be a lot better. Yeah.
Okay, I have the question, so I'll read it. So this is the question that Jason has provided, and we'll give you guys a few seconds before you answer the question. But here it is. Jason McKee wants to know, when filming fire for use as an element to be composited into footage later, which color screen should it be filmed against? So here are your 4 choices: white, black, green, or blue. So you're looking to composite fire. Which one of those 4 colors should you shoot that fire on?
I know the answer.
Do we have to say it at the same time, or we just?
How are we doing this? We just.
How we
shout
do?
it out?
That's a good question. I think let's just go ahead and let's do this. If you think it's white, raise your hand. Okay. If you think it's black, raise your hand. If you think 2, 3, 4. So all of you think it's black. Okay. So then nobody thinks green. Nobody thinks blue.
I'll switch to green.
You'll switch to green, Myron?
Yeah, why not? Just to be
okay,
different.
why not? Mix it up. So Jason, what's the correct answer?
Correct answer is black. B.
I do. I knew. I'm just giving you guys a little something, just
Yeah.
Yes.
I always like to come from behind. You know what I mean? Like
That's good. It's and people like to root for an underdog.
Yeah.
So
give you
I mean,
a handicap.
Hey, look, in fairness, it is possible to use green. It's just not preferable. So yeah, black, you could use it because it's easier to pull a matte, or you can, directly composite it using a blending mode, like add or screen. Yeah.
Good question. I like it. Way to go.
Cool.
Nice.
So, we lost him again.
No, he's back. He's back.
My gosh. So that's cool. That's awesome. That's a great question.
By the way, your lighting's really great. You're in black background now. We could probably, composite you into pretty much anything.
Exactly. I knew Jason was going to be here. I wanted to give him something to work with.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to so keep track of the ones you got correct. All right. So here we go. Let's go over to Myron. Now, Myron, introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do.
Hey, okay. My name is Myron Partman, and I'm basically the film industry knows me as a boom operator mostly, but I do camera work in the corporate world. I've been in this industry since freelancing since '93. That's it. That's all I'm saying right now. There's more to me than that. There is more to me than that.
Woo! You probably went through your whole introduction and I didn't even hear it.
You know, I think somebody heard it.
I heard it, Myron. You're good. It was good. It was good.
All right, good. So just let me ask you guys: is this just on my end, or are all you guys getting frozen screens?
Just you,
Up on my
Tomas.
screen. Uh-oh.
You.
Just me. Oh, geez.
I think it's all because it's all the power's going into the lighting, so
That's-
you're having issues.
You look good though.
That's good. Hey, somebody's got to. All right, so here's Myron's question. So here we go. This is about sound, okay? And you guys can see it there on the screen. In sound, what is it called when the low frequency response of a microphone increases as the source gets closer? So here's the example. Bass frequencies of a voice are more pronounced when one speaks real close to a microphone. So is it near diaphragm response, Mart's law, proximity effect, or inverse dome effect? Geez, Myron, you didn't even make any of these obvious. These are all good. All right, so who thinks it's A? Near diaphragm response. No takers? Okay.
As the source gets closer.
Mart's law?
That's when
Anyone?
you grow closer.
No? Proximity effect.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah?
I'll vote
And
for
the
that.
last one, inverse dome effect. Who's going
D.
with that?
I'm going with it.
You're going with that one.
Sure.
Okay, so Ron's going
I'll go with C. I'll go with C, the third one.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. Okay, Myron, what is it?
It is the proximity effect. See, you win.
Yes!
Nice.
2 for 2. Oh,
The proximity effect. Nice. Very good. That was a tough one, Myron. Jeez.
March Law, you know, that's named after Bob March, right? So if you know
All
who
right.
Bob March is, he's the same sound
oh
guy.
yeah, Bob
He's a
March.
sound mixer.
Yeah. Proximity.
So, Myron, are these other things for real? Real things?
Nope, I just made those all up.
Those are excellent.
Those are great because I'm like, wow, I'm gonna have to look those up because I don't remember any of those.
Yeah. Those are really good.
Wow. There it is. Did you
Whoa.
guys skip ahead?
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for your patience. Thanks for your patience. You guys are awesome. I want to kick
this
it
is
over
fun.
to Ron now. So, Ron, introduce yourself and tell us a little about what you do.
I am Ron Lehman, and I do costume design. Been doing it for several years, and I moved up here in the '80s, late '80s, and we go back and forth to LA. But I've been a strong advocate for the film industry, and have been in Olympia since the early '90s. So I know a lot of the legislators. But we'll see. I don't know what question they chose, so let's see what is there. I know Heidi Walker well, and I know Myron well.
It's really tiny on my screen, so if you don't mind reading it for
I
me.
know.
Okay, I'm gonna read it because I get to jump back in. I heard I get to jump back in. Can I jump back in? Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Wait,
So,
are you competing with us now?
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing co-hosting now.
Okay.
So, Ron, this is the one that you and Gerard thought would be best. So I'm going to read it out loud. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
Here we go. In budgeting, either episodic or feature film, there are line items in the costume breakdown per character, i.e., PUR, RNT, OWN, MO. What does MO stand for? A, multiple one. B, makeover. C, made to order. D, modus operandi.
I'm going with C.
I'm going with C.
C.
Oh, Tomas is going that too. It's great. C.
C.
Everyone answered right.
Yeah.
Y'all get points. It is C.
Yes.
Needs the order.
Yes. Excellent.
What is, who put modus operandi?
I like that. A line item. How much does that
Oh my
cost?
gosh.
What do you charge for that modus operandi?
By the way, behind the scenes, Julie Damon, Director of Operations at Washington Filmworks, taking credit for the. She actually called it my fault for the modus operandi. So there you go.
The good one.
I love it.
All right. So I got
Tomas, you
one wrong.
jump it in?
Who's got all three right? I got to figure out who am I going to catch up to. Oh,
Oh, Heidi won. Wonder if there's a tie.
I won't get my own question right. Just be,
Okay.
know that.
My own question.
Oh my gosh.
Tomas, you up for the next one? Oh, he dropped out again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's always dropping out.
All right, tell me whose question it is, and I'll read it.
Oh, nope. Same
Nope.
question. Got to move on. Got to advance to a different costume.
All right, Julie, you're up. You tell us what question is next.
Looks like it's going to be Juan's question, right?
Mine. I got an
Like, up
intro.
front
But-
and center, ready to
Yes.
go.
Go
As
ahead.
he
Juan.
always is.
Hey, so I'm Juan Moss. I am a producer for television and film and a DGA director for both, and live in Spokane, Washington. Used to be on the board for Washington Filmworks and actively still helping out with other projects like Web Smart, as well as locally here in Spokane, the Spokane Film Project. And my question really is in my department, but it affects my world. Let's leave it at that. Now, there we go.
Are you going to read it?
Oh, I have to read it?
I mean, yeah, you
Sure.
read it. You go.
All right, wait, I have to enlarge it because it's so little on my screen.
I know that's the thing.
I have a
Okay.
cheat sheet. You want me to read it, or you got it?
Yes.
Yeah, if I can move this thing out of the way. Yeah, I think you have to read it because there's a big
Hey, I
black
got
thing.
it. I'm
blocks
on it. Okay,
Thanks.
ready? Juan Moss asks you, what is a flyaway? A, when the wind blows down a large grip rag down. Oh, when the wind blows down a large grip rag. B, when you use a harness and wire gag and stunts. C, when there are distracting wisps of hair on the actor. Or D, when the actor is done with the location. Those are your options, ladies and gentlemen. And your answers are, go ahead and shout them out.
C.
When
C.
there are, okay, so Ron says when there are distracting wisps of hair on the actor.
When our use a harness and wire gag and stunts. I'm gonna say, oh, the pressure's on because I got other. I'm gonna say B.
B, when you use a harness and wire gag and stunts. Okay, we have B and a C. What else do we have?
I'll wait for Jason.
Oh, I said C. Sorry.
Oh, you said C? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Wisps of
C.
hair.
I'm going with C.
Oh, wisps of hair.
Yeah.
I believe it was Heidi Walker who said when you use a harness and wire gag and stunts. Is
Oh
that
my
correct?
gosh.
Girl.
But that's not correct.
Oh,
Yeah, let's say that's wrong.
Oh,
The answer is C.
I know for a fact
Hey.
it's C.
coming over to Spokane and we're
Wow.
gonna go out with the card.
This is Washington Filmworks' best moment. I'm not gonna lie. Best moment in time.
It's definitely C.
Okay, well then I have it the highlight behind the scenes wrong. And Heidi, with so much love and affection, you were wrong. And the rest of you with C, you were right.
Sweet.
Wow.
Because I can't tell you how many times we've had to stop for somebody to take care of a flyaway.
Fly away.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Someone please tell me how many questions are left because this is a little painful from my end.
Oh, this is great. We did fine.
We have
mine,
we have
and then-
Heidi's.
I
Heidi's,
got
just
mine,
one.
and I have
Yeah.
mine
Heidi.
here.
Oh, great. Heidi, why don't you, by the way, you are a rock star for being here tonight. Thank you so much. Why don't you jump in and read your question?
Well, I don't really have an A, B, and C. Well, I do. I guess I do have A, B, and C, and D. Yeah, I do. I do. I just.
Hey, we just saw the answer.
Yes, I'll be there in a minute. I have to go. Okay. Here we go. All right. What are the 5 examples in which a day or weekly performer is considered booked and to have a firm engagement with the studio or production company? You just have to tell me what they are. There's 5
What are the
examples.
5 examples?
There's 5. Yes. What are they?
When they're booked and have an appointment at the studio.
When they have a firm booking, what are the is it A, written notice of acceptance or a deal memo? B, contract is delivered to the performer. C, script is given to the performer. Or D, when the performer reads it in the the performer reads it in the trades. Somebody added
That's a good one.
or E, I have one more. When the performer is fitted for wardrobe other than wardrobe tests. Or there's one more. When performer is actually called and agrees to firm booking by agent, producer, or casting director.
Wait, what was the last one? I'm sorry.
When the actor is called and firmly booked by the producer, director, or casting director.
Oh.
Which of these
I'm
are?
gonna go. Did you say something?
How many can you choose?
Yeah, as many as you want.
You said something about sitting in the trailer, right?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I said when you go in for a costume fitting other than for wardrobe tests.
E,
What
F,
consti-
and G, H. E, F, G, H.
I'm definitely going for the costume other than a test.
Okay.
Gonna go for that one.
F. E, F. E, F, G.
Anybody else?
I got A, and the last one that you said.
A and the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're called to make a firm booking by casting director, producer, or director, or agent, excuse me.
That's
talent.
a good one.
Yeah.
When you're called to make. I'm kind of throwing that
Well,
one out because
An
anything can happen
A.
between.
I guess A too.
Yeah,
Right,
But
that's
you're,
right. Yeah, A
so it's a
and
multiple
A.
choice question
it's a multiple choice question
with multiple answers.
with multiple answers.
Okay.
I'm going
So,
with-
I'm
so
going
I
A.
would say
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
A,
Yeah.
B, C.
Somebody made up D, and then Ron, of course, that's why you never get the information from me until there's a firm booking, because I can't have them go in and get their costume fitting, because then that would constitute a booking.
Exactly.
Boom.
But it's
So
booked.
it's all of them except for D.
So I think we all
How do we
got
do? Do we split that one up?
Take a point 5.
Split that one up.
Okay. Who asked Heidi to sit in on this? I'm telling you, it's like you should have had 5 gift cards. That's all I can say.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
everyone-
she gave more than a multiple choice question. She gave a multiple. I mean, she gave 5 answers.
I thought it was great.
I did.
thought it was great.
Amy,
But I
wasn't
love the
quite sure.
I love the painting anyway.
I got
Thanks,
one of those.
Nick.
I got one of those answers, so that counts as one or something, right? I mean, like.
It counts as one, but I believe, gentlemen, I'm still in the lead.
Are you in the
Wait.
lead?
No. I think Juan is.
No. I think Juan
all right.
won everything.
Yeah, Juan won everything.
Well,
Jason
I'm
won.
going to just pause this conversation because all of you are the best of sports. So everyone wins tonight, as is suggested
Aw.
in chat as well, that we're seeing live.
This is
And
just like my kid's grade school. Everybody gets a prize.
Everybody wins.
but it is
Tomas,
like,
if you
I
ever
hope
get
that,
back on,
go ahead, Juan, what were you saying?
I said if Tomas ever gets back on, Jason and I will still split ours with him.
There you go. So it's been really fun to watch the chat unfold because they are quick on the answers as well. I have to
Nice.
say, so they're participating.
I
as
know.
well. You know, this was all about community and really thinking about what everyone else does on set because there's so many talented, amazing people who put talent on set and who work behind the scenes and who make all the things in film happen, which is really what this, you know, this game was about. And we celebrate all of you for being here tonight. Thank you for being part of our annual industry update and onwards from here. And thanks for being here. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Amy.
thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
Nice
us.
to meet
Thank
you
you.
all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
to see you, Ron.
Thanks, you guys.
Likewise.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right. We're moving on to the next part of our evening. This is, so it is my opportunity to talk about this year and next year. And for those of you that tuned in last year, I just got weirdly nervous. You know, you heard me, I made up a poem. It's actually not really a poem. It's more like a Hallmark card that has rhymes in it. But I spent some time thinking about this industry and what I love about this industry and where we are in this moment. And I wrote a poem. And again, for those of you that I said this last year, and I just want to I said this last year and it's not really a poem. And so for all of you people who are actual poets, there's no offense. It's all the love, but it's just really about spending some time reflecting on this industry and looking forward. So with that, here I go. Here we are again at the end of the year to reflect on what was and some holiday cheer. It's amazing to me how quickly time goes as we greenlight our projects and work on our shows. We start in January with a long list of to-dos. Top of the list, creating jobs for our cast and our crews. With COVID shutting down most of our work, rolling over our incentive funds proved to be quite a big perk. With incentive dollars from last year and this year as well, the board approved 2 episodics and 4 feature films, a great story to tell. These 6 projects filmed all over the state and spent $22.3 million in Washington, which we think is great. We also launched the Media Mentorship Program in 2021, working with Spokane Film Project and Northwest Film Forum made this work twice as much fun. A pilot program and the first of its kind, education, mentorship, and jobs were what the participants did find. Thanks to all of our partners, including IATSE and PowerCourse PA, for helping break down those barriers and bringing the dawn of a new day. We are so proud of this work, and next year the program will grow so we can finally see more people of color working on a show. WhipSmart is another topic to cover tonight. I'm pleased to share that this year we launched its website. When designing the site, we had your creative work in our mind, providing how-to guides and cheat sheets that are easy to find. And if you're looking for inspiration and need a little lift, we have over 100 profiles of creative people, and this is truly a gift. They share their success and their failures and what they love about Washington State. And in one article, there was actually some advice about how to date. Totally true. What I love most about the website is that it tells the story of us, and it raises the profile of creativity in Washington a definite plus. We know you and see you and understand what you do. The website provides resources and inspiration to help level up you. On the not so sexy front, but something so important to say, is WhipSmart advocates for creative industries every single day. Our work behind the scenes last year made quite an impression when we advocated for and got a sector lead last legislative session. This sector lead will be in the room when all the decisions are made about workforce development, industry loans, and how people get paid. The Department of Commerce will make this new hire next year, and this person will certainly help kick the creative economy in gear. And while it is important, sorry, my computer wants to update itself. So give me 1 second while I quit that. All right, sorry, it literally wanted to do an update. And while it is important to reflect on the past, reflect on things from the past, resting on our laurels certainly won't last. There is a big opportunity in front of us in 2022. It can be transformative for this industry, for me, and for you. The bill in Olympia would take our program to $20 million a year, making us competitive with Oregon, and the time to rally around the effort is here. I know. Many of you have been here before, only to work hard and then have electives not bring the bill to the floor. But I need you to know that something very different has occurred. When we took our meetings with legislators, we left feeling assured that there was support for the bill and opportunity is there, and that key legislators and budget negotiators seemed like they actually cared. Let me be clear. This momentum and opportunity we feel is a reflection of your advocacy work. You made this real. And until tonight, I've not had the courage to share how I really feel about this opportunity floating out there. I am hopeful and inspired and ready to fight for this community, its work, and what I believe is right. And while we are all exhausted and pandemicked out, now is the time to come together and figure it out. Keep engaged and sign on to the Keep Film and WA petition, write your legislators, and read each newsletter edition. Tag your photos on social with Keep Film and WA, and we will create a photo montage like something no one's ever saw. So, as this year and this poem comes to a close, there is one important question I must pose. There is opportunity in front of us and so much to do. I'm ready to jump in. Are you? Please join us for what we believe is possible. It's a long road, it's a big ask, but I'm ready, and I really hope that you will join what we are trying to make happen in Olympia. So, with that, so many of you know that I say this every time I have the opportunity to talk publicly. I get to be the front person for an amazing team of people who are so passionate about the work that we do and who every single day do the things that we do to make things possible for this industry. So we have many, many new members of our team, and I am delighted to introduce you to them via this video. So with that, we're going to cut to Washington Filmworks staff.
Greetings from the Washington Filmworks staff. I'm Julie Damon. I'm the Director of Operations and Finance here with Washington Filmworks. I work very closely with Amy to plot and plan. I also work with numbers and finances. And what I really enjoy about working with the Washington State film community is all of the different creative fields that come together to create a project. I'm now going to kick it to Marina, who will tell you a little about who she is and what she does.
Hello, happy holidays. My name is Marina Vecchi. I am originally from São Paulo, Brazil, and I now find Washington State my home. I am the motion picture completion package reviewer for Washington Filmworks. I work closely with Julie, and I help facilitate the incentive payments. What I love about the film industry is that I am always able to work with passionate people and to tell stories, help to tell stories. I will kick it over to Carmen.
Hi, everyone. My name's Carmen. I am new to Washington Filmworks, and originally from Seattle. I was raised in Iowa and spent time in Los Angeles working in film. I am Julie and Amy's executive assistant, and my job is to keep things on track and on time. And what I love about the film industry or working in the film industry is the sense that you can come together on a project as strangers, but leave as family.
Oh, I love that.
Great.
And now I'm going to kick it over to Vicki.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vicki Berglund Davenport, and I am the Production Services Manager at Washington Filmworks. I'm brand new at Filmworks. However, I have been on set and in the trenches with so many of our artists and craftspeople. Much respect to all. My job is to share my working knowledge of locations and productions to best serve our industry. I have a passion for and am a strong advocate of building our statewide film industry. Any inquiry, whether it be incentive questions, inquiries about crews, locations, permitting, and of course our statewide liaisons, basically anything to help productions film in Washington State. I have given out so many recommendations and names throughout the years as a filmmaker, and now I can direct them to our film and vendor directories. Please make sure you're listed so I can continue to highlight our talented crews and vendors in Washington. What I love about film in Washington is I'm a native Washingtonian and would not want to be anywhere else. I love our state, our locations, and our crews, and the stories that we all tell.
From the Washington Filmworks staff to all of you, I hope that you have a very happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Holidays.
It's me. I'm here again. Ross continues to have some challenges with his internet connection, but as we kind of close out for the night, there are, I'm asking you to be engaged in this process every step of the way. And I have kind of two messages. One is sign up, which has many like subsections. Sign up for the petition. If you have not signed on to the petition of support, please do so. Sign up for our newsletter at Washington Filmworks. That's where you get all the breaking news about how you can be involved throughout the process. And then sign up for Film Day. We had hoped to do Film Day in person, as I'm sure you did as well, but it is going to be virtual this year, which actually gives an opportunity of, for everyone around the state to participate. You don't have to drive to Olympia and be present in that moment. You get to do the advocacy sitting from your living room, like me with my Christmas tree. Oh, it's that way. It's that way. So please sign up for Film Day as well so that you can participate. And then finally, as you continue to work, social media is our champion in the campaign this year. So when you're working and you can, please, when you're posting photos of where you're working, hashtag Keep Film and Wall. Like when you post them to social, put that hashtag on it. They're feeding into the Keep Film and Wall website. And then we will also use that as an opportunity to reach out to legislators and inform the campaign. Speaking of photos, everything that will help us succeed is about this community. It is about who you are and the work that you do and how you inspire action. And so we thought the most poetic way to end this evening would be a photo montage that was put together by Kirk Nordenstrom, who I think many of us know, who does the 48-Hour Film Festival. But he put this photo montage together using photos that were, on the Keep Film and Wall hashtag, and others that we supplied from Washington Filmworks and others from the community. So let's do this. The opportunity is now. I have never been more hopeful, and things feel very possible. So with that, I'm very happy to say, Merry, Merry, get ready for 2022. And here's the photo montage. Thanks for being here so much.